Hello everyone, welcome back to College Dunia's YouTube channel. Today we will be discussing about CLAT UG Preparation Strategy 2024. Let's check the CLAT UG exam pattern 2024 section-wise weightage. In CLAT UG exam 2024, the English language section will have a weightage of 20% containing 24 to 28 questions. The sections current affairs including general knowledge and legal reasoning each carries a weightage of 25% with 32 to 32 questions. The logical reasoning section has a weightage of 20% and the total number of questions in this section are 24 to 28. The section quantitative techniques carries 10% weightage and there will be 12 to 15 questions in this section. The total marks for each section will be the same as the number of questions in that section. Overall, there will be 120 questions for a total of 120 marks. Let's check the CLAT UG marking scheme 2024. For every correct answer, 1 marks will be awarded. For every incorrect answer, minus 0.25 marks will be deducted. For unanswered, you will get 0 marks. Let's check the how to prepare for CLAT UG 2024 in 1 month. Examine CLAT syllabus and exam pattern thoroughly, see if any changes have been made and prepare a timetable. Concentrate on the vital topics rather than the one about which there will be fewer inquiries. Review the concepts you have learned as well as any notes or formulas that will help you solve equations. Solve as many practice paper and CLAT mock tests as you can. Let's check the last minute tips for CLAT UG 2024. Revision is vital. The only way to avoid forgetting what you already know is to go over it again and again. Examine the themes that are more challenging for you as opposed to the extremely difficult ones. Candidate must plan each segment according to their skills and shortcomings to save time. It is important to remember that despite the reduced number of questions, the overall time is the same. Therefore, the paper must be designed accordingly. Solving as many CLAT mock tests, CLAT practice papers and previous year problems as possible is a wonderful approach for candidates to gauge the level of difficulty and identify their strengths and shortcomings. Candidates are advised to avoid choosing new topics, especially those that are difficult at the last minutes before the exam. This is because it is pointless to be stressed out right before the exam. Let's check the how to prepare for CLAT UG 2024 without coaching. When one comes down to write a study plan, they must understand the particular exam structure and syllabus as well as how the paper will appear. These techniques will not only assist in the development of a solid preparation strategy but will also familiarize the student with the paper and aid in the analysis and understanding of the weak areas where additional effort is required. Candidates must have monthly and weekly study plans when appearing for CLAT 2024 exams. The study plan should help the candidate to consistently tackle all subject area. Candidates should also include study breaks throughout the plan so as not to feel burnt out. Candidates should make sure that they practice using their previous year CLAT questions papers and try using mock tests to work on their speed and accuracy. Candidates should make sure that they also pay attention to the revision of the subjects. Let's check the English language preparation tips. Grammar is an area where many test takers fall short. The difference between our spoken and written English is one of the main reasons for this. Students must go over the grammar rules thoroughly to avoid making mistakes in this section. The CLAT English section demands a long-term sustained effort to build a strong vocabulary. It is not something that cannot be accomplished in a month. Reading the newspaper regularly and making a list of all new words is one way to improve vocabulary. It will be easier for you to remember these words if you use them in conversation or writing. For easing question based on vocabulary, student can seek up word roots, prefixes and suffixes. Regular group talk with your peers can be beneficial because they are a fun and novel method to engage and learn. This section necessitates a thorough review of all practice and sample papers. Let's check the how to approach CLAT UG 2024 English language questions. A paragraph usually has only one point. There will also be arguments or statements that support or refute the main premise. The reader's responsibility now is to figure out what the major point is and which arguments or statements are in favor and which are against it. After they concentrate on the 5 W's: who, what, why, when and where. This will assist you answering questions. There will be two sorts of vocabulary questions. First is word and phrases general meaning. Second is a word or phrases meaning in the context of the passage. Read one or two lines before and after the supplied word or phrase to attempt such questions. Pay close attention to how the question is phrased. To see if the reader is paying attention, the testers will sometimes turn a basic question into a complex one. Improve your reading speed, assumption power, and interference skills to improve your score in the part. Let's check what are the preparation books for English language. Objective Journal English by R.S. Agrawal, The Pearson Guide to the CLAT by Pearsons, The Objective Journal English by S.P. Bakshi, CLAT Guide by Tata M.C. Grohill, World Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis. Let's check the legal reasoning preparation tips. Solve mock test sample papers and question papers from previous year's papers. Make sure you complete numerous practice papers. This will be beneficial. Prepare thoroughly for the relevant topics. Have a thorough understanding of tort law, contract law, the Indian Penal Code and legal maxims. It is not necessary to memorize it, but having a basic understanding of how the law operates is sufficient. Remember that the exam is not about your legal knowledge, it is about your ability to apply it. In addition, any relevant information. Communicate. The spirit of the law is to deliver information. Have nice and spirited talks with your friends or classmates who are also studying for CLAT regarding the rules you are reading about from a viewpoint and learn how to communicate it. If you do not have any CLAT preparation friends, join Telegram groups, Discord servers or other online forums. Time management tips. For questions that involve reasoning, each question should take no more than 45 to 55 seconds to complete. And legal knowledge, question should take no more than 10 seconds. The nitpicking is important to complete all of the questions, however, it can be time consuming at times. Let's check the how to approach CLAT 2024 legal reasoning questions. This section's questions are based on news, stories and law books, as well as passages which were written particularly for the exam. Candidates will have go to deeper this year to identify the passages, ideas and facts. The factual context will not be given in the same way as in prior years. Avoid using any prior legal knowledge because the question setters do not consider you to be a full-fledged lawyer. They are merely putting your practical knowledge of the laws in a constrained setting to the test. Let's check the legal reasoning preparation books. Guide to CLAT and LLB Entrance Examination by Universal Publishing. Legal Awareness and Legal Aptitude by A.P. Bharadwaj. Let's check the current affairs and GK preparation tips. Everyday practice at least 25 to 30 MCQs. This will assist you in remembering the answers. Everyday read well-known newspapers such as the Hindu, Times of India, Indian Express, Business Line, Dainik, Tribune and Business Standard. Always keep up with the latest news. If you think it's significant, take notes or keep newspapers cuttings. Make sure you have not missed anything by going over the day's news analysis. While studying for GK, you do not need to read the opinions editorials. Concentrate on reporting the facts. Let's check the how to approach CLAT 2024 current affairs and GK questions. Since the questions could be anything, make sure you read the entire passage thoroughly. While you are answering questions, certain crucial clues may be hidden in the passage. You may not be evaluated on vocabulary in this section, but you may be asked to explain the meaning of some sentences related to passage's topic. The overall goal of the UG class is to assist your reading skills. As a result, make sure you grasp and interpret the information in the passage. Let's check the CLAT preparation books of current affairs and journal knowledge. Journal knowledge by Tarun Goel, Manorama Yearbook by Mammon Matthew. Let's check the logical reasoning preparation tips. There is a probability that problems for the English language, logical reasoning, and legal reasoning will be prepared using the same sources. As a result, design a strategy for preparing for all three portions at the same time. Questions from logic games or syllogism might be included in this area. Even though the structure is different from the previous year, practice the question sets from prior years. The consortium's sample paper and model test papers should be attempted first, followed by papers from other sources. Let's check the how to approach CLAT 2024 logical reasoning questions. Identify the passage's numerous premises and conclusions with care. Try to figure out the passage's overarching theme using the premises and conclusions. Count and distinguish the number of argument sets in the passages, as some may be in agreement and others may be conflict. Certain questions will be based on assumptions, in which you will be required to assume the truth of a situation even if you know it is wrong. You must follow the directions offered at this time, since they will assist you in replying appropriately. Let's check the legal reasoning preparation books. A Modern Approach to Logical Reasoning by R.S. Agrawal. Verbal Reasoning by R.S. Agrawal. Analytical Reasoning by M.K. Pandey. Verbal and Non-Verbal Reasoning by R.S. Agrawal. A New Approach to Verbal and Analytical Reasoning by Arihant Publications. Let's check the quantitative techniques preparation tips. Going back to your core 10th and 12th grade mathematics text to brush up on your fundamentals is the best method to prepare for this area. The amount of practice you put in for this segment is crucial. Regularly attempt previous year papers, practice tests, and sample papers. Do not be concerned about the amount of time it takes you to tackle a question. It is more important to respond correctly than to answer quickly. Let's check the how to approach quantitative techniques questions. However, because most candidates are not well equipped in these areas, legal and logical reasoning requires extensive training and solve a lot of questions to deal with the facts and data in a passage. Keep your scribbled notes page handy and organized, as the answer to prior problems may be useful in solving later questions. Before tackling questions, read the passage attentively and analyze every aspect of it. Keep in mind that the question setters have shifted away from formula-based questions and towards logic-based questions, which means they are examining not only simple mathematical calculation but also the ability to analyze passages and graphical data. It is a simpler portion in comparison, and one should attempt to get all the answers accurate. Let's check the CLAT Preparation 2024 Quantitative Techniques book. Fast Track Objective Arithmetic by Arihant Publication. 30 Days Wonder for Maths by S. Chand. Quantitative Aptitude for Competitive Examination by Pearsons. Quantitative Aptitude by R.S. Agrawal. To know more details, you can visit our website and also leave a comment if you have any specific questions. Thanks for watching the video. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel.